This is an announcement for those who don't like people who eat on the microphone.
PSA, you guys, ASMR. I estoy comiendo un yogur porque no hemos desayunado en esta casa. Just a quick snack.
Just like a really skinny girl snack. Just some yogurt with fruit at the bottom. Like
No, honestly, I think what's sad is when like I am in back-to-back meetings that like Ricardo's asking me if I'm, you know, do I want lunch? Am I ready for lunch? Or when is my window? And most of the time I'm like, my window just passed, or like I have 15 minutes starting 10 minutes ago. Like, so I don't really have time. And I think, was it yesterday or maybe the day before, he's like, let me just bring you a yogurt. So I'm like eating a yogurt, and it's in a meeting actually, and it's in a smaller setting. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's like 4 people. It's internal. It's not like client facing or anything. But the minute I saw myself on camera, like put the spoon in my mouth, I gave myself the ick.
Well, Luke and I had a conversation recently. I was like, do you know anybody in your life who's like a gross eater? And he was like, yes. And he mentioned some people. And I was like, yeah, there are just some people who just, I don't know if you just weren't raised correctly to eat, but just some people who like, or like some people just like, he mentioned he knew someone who like their mouth was just wet while they ate, or like food. You know what I mean? There's just some people. And actually for him, he really doesn't like being around his nephew when he eats. Because you know, like little kids, they eat real messy, and Luke does not like that.
Yeah, like it grosses him out. Okay.
It grosses him out.
I think...
Paige, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
Not you naming names.
My sister-in-law, sorry.
I think that, so I feel like I'm not noticing it unless someone points it out, and then that's all I can notice.
Yeah.
When it's like, oh, did you notice that like so-and-so like just kept chewing with their mouth open, and I'm like, no.
Now I do.
And then the next time I'm like, yeah, I see it.
Yeah. It like being around his nephew doesn't bother me when he eats like that, because I'm just like, he's a kid, he doesn't know any better. But adults, I'm like, you should know better.
You know, kind of like tangent to that related is that I'm grossed out when like adults like throw up. Like when I see or hear somebody throw up, like it triggers, what is it, like emetophobia? Where for the longest time, and I guess even now, like if I feel like I'm gonna throw up, I try to suppress that shit so much, but you know your mouth is like telling you, bitch, we're gonna throw up, because it starts getting like all like watery, like. And so seeing other people or like grown-ups, adults like throw up, like I cannot handle that. But I'm curious if I'd be able to handle like a kid throwing up.
Oh, I know.
Like, okay, babies is different because all they throw up is milk or whatever. Like it's just like blah, you know. But like kid, oh wait, one time we were just talking about this because we were reminiscing about like when we lived with Alma and Eli. And at this time, like, how old would you say Eli was?
7, 8.
Yeah. So he's a kid, and he was sick, and I think it was the time when he was coughing, and he had a cough where like he would cough so much it would trigger like a vomit, and he like threw up in the bathroom. And first, like, it's so funny because he's a kid and he's freaking out because he's throwing up, but he's like throwing up like upwards, and I'm like, aim at the toilet. And then like turns, like throws up on the wall, and I'm like, that's fine. And I cleaned it up, but I don't remember how I was feeling, and I don't even remember what he threw up, but I think I was just like, don't look.
I've actually cleaned up a lot of drunk people's vomit, and I think being in that drunk state, I was able to handle it.
So you were drunk too?
Yes.
And it didn't gross you out?
I actually had a friend we were in college already, but a bunch of us from like high school friends went back home, and like during the summer we had like a party at a friend's house, and we had a friend who was like on the toilet peeing, and she vomited, and I cleaned it up.
I mean, I guess that's, well, what would you have preferred? Her pee herself and throw up into the...
I would prefer neither.
Have you ever thrown up and like be like shitting your pants at the same time.
No, thank God. No.
Don't recommend it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's happened to you?
One time.
What did you eat?
I don't remember, but I was like early 20s and
Was
I'm
it
like,
thundercloud?
Thundercloud, we've got our eyes on you. You're our biggest up right now. No, I don't even remember. I think it was, I had like, oh, I think this is why I don't really drink mimosas. So I had like a mimosa, but it was so acidic, like mixed with like champagne. It upset my stomach that I like threw it up, but it also gave me the poops.
Damn.
Horrible.
Yeah. Well, speaking of vomiting, I went to the doctor yesterday for my physical, and since June of last year, I've lost 20 pounds by vomiting. No, I'm just kidding. No. I don't have an eating disorder. I did it the old-fashioned way, but yeah, I've lost 20 pounds.
GLP-1s.
Yeah. No, all natural, baby. But yeah, I've lost 20 pounds.
Was that like your goal or?
Yeah, that was the goal. Like, cause I mean, like a lot of us during the pandemic, we gained weight, right? So I lost basically most of the pandemic weight at this point.
Well, there's also that saying where it's like couples just start gaining weight or whatever together.
Yeah.
I feel like I started gaining weight when I started dating my husband. I mean, I don't know what the science is to that, but I guess we would go out to eat, but I don't know that like anything drastically changed in my life. It's like a weird phenomenon. What's going on?
Really
it's like
true.
you guys are so comfortable with each other. I don't know.
Well, when women get pregnant, doesn't also like their partner, don't they also like maybe gain some sympathy weight too? Like
I've heard about that. It's like sympathy weight or like sympathy birth or like pregnancy where like they feel the same or some I guess symptoms that a woman would feel, like the nausea, the cravings or whatever. It's possible.
They feel the crowning as well.
It's just men trying to take the attention.
Yeah, like does it bother you when men say we're pregnant?
I
You're
guess
not pregnant.
so. Yeah.
We're pregnant.
Or the we're trying type of shit.
Okay, that always gives me the ick, like when.
Cause like, what does that mean?
Well,
like what?
You're just telling everyone you're fucking.
You know what that means.
Yeah, like especially like now that I'm older, I'm just like when I hear people saying we're trying, I'm just like, you're telling me that you're just fucking.
We're making love. That's what we're doing.
We're trying to have a baby. Anyway, outfits.
Ooh, okay. So it is a casual day for me. I am wearing a what do you call it? Like a knit, a knit short sleeve top from. I got it at Nordstrom Rack, but it's like a Lucky brand. It's got like it's white for my listeners. It's like a beigey top with like some pink florals. I'm wearing my skinnies because I did feel skinny today.
Yeah.
But I am feeling lazy, so I'm pairing it with my ¿cómo se llaman? My Birkenstock moccasin like shoes.
I like your socks. They're frilly.
Ooh, yeah, I'm into frilly socks right now. Yeah, this is it for today. What about you?
Sorry, really quick, did you notice when we went out with Jackie last time to Whistler's, did you notice a bunch of the young girls were wearing these like booty shorts with like frills on them that look like bloomers? You didn't notice that?
No.
And then I saw a girl wearing like gaucho pants. And then she was wearing like this asymmetrical top. And I was like, what's happening? Is it 2005? Like, it was so bizarre.
Gaucho pants are back.
It did not look good either.
I had those in like 8th grade.
They did not look good either.
They didn't look good back then.
I'm like, why? We just need to leave some things in the past. But anyway, I'm wearing my my Bottega SpongeBob boots again. These are my favorite. I'll probably just wear them till they like fall apart. And then I've got this sweater from Uniqlo, this cardigan. I've got I don't think we're allowed to say wife beater anymore, but this tank top. And then I've got these shorts from.
You can say it only if you beat wives.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Only if it's your culture.
And then I've got these like cargo shorts. Yeah.
Is it cold outside? I have not been outside today.
It's in the 50s, supposedly. The high 50s.
It was like raining.
Oh, no, it's 64.
Raining all week.
Well, the sun is out now, so.
Putting me in a gloomy ass mood all day.
Yeah. Well, now that the sun is out, you'll get your photosynthesis going. Photosynthesis.
I'm just a flower. I need to be like a
Photosynthesis.
flower outside.
Yeah.
My question for you was,
Hmm.
do you think you could run a marathon?
I think I can do anything. No,
Yes, and that is the right answer because you have to believe in yourself, amigas.
okay, so Luke and I work out, but like a lot of it is just standing and sitting. Like you're sitting, you're like pushing weight.
Yeah.
We do pull-ups, we do squats, but like we don't really like use our bodies.
Do you guys run?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I used to like running when I was younger too, but like I had better knees and I was like lighter too. I was like when you're skinny, running is kind of easy. You're just kind of like
My knees
zooming.
do crack now.
Yes. So I would love to like incorporate an exercise that like like uses my joints or like my muscles in a way that's like incorporates like movement, not just like pushing things or pulling things.
Yeah.
Do you think you could do it?
Well, no, because I mean, I like the idea of running, but I guess I haven't done it in so long. I don't know if I could like train for it because you have to qualify for a marathon.
Yeah.
Like you have to have like really good times.
Yeah.
But what I saw recently is like, there's like, it's like marathons going on, like the Boston Marathon happened, but there was a Delaware Marathon. This guy, his name is Joshua Jackson, not the actor. This is a black man. He, I guess you would say, like snatches the victory.
Yeah.
At the very last second, and white people were mad.
Well, because
and they were saying that they stole it from the guy that was gonna win, the white guy.
but he was gloating.
Who like? Have y'all never read the story? What is it? The tortoise and the hare.
The tortoise and the hare. Yeah.
Where he's like the guy's already like celebrating, and then the guy Joshua decides to lock in, and the video that I saw is like the guy who's like, do it, go, you got it. He like locks in. He just goes really, really like he just puts everything.
Yeah.
While this guy's like slowing down, this guy's giving it his all, and then he just like seconds, maybe milliseconds, I don't know, like passes him, wins. The guy like is like later does an interview and he's like devastated that he like lost it or whatever, but that's on him. And people were mad and saying that he stole his win and it was supposed to be the guys and like that's not fair, but like that's literally what a race is.
Yeah, life's not fair. Literally. Yeah, like to me, if I made it all the way to like first place, why would I slow down? Like just fucking finish. I think that speaks
It's
to
the confidence.
Yeah, to the arrogance of
Yeah.
the white man.
So I like the idea of doing a marathon so that I could beat a white man.
Well, I was saying earlier, like maybe we should start with a 5K.
Okay.
Train for that.
And 5K is 3 miles. 3 point something miles. 3.2 maybe.
That's doable. Whatever.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
And there's apps that you can use that like train you. Like it'll say like, okay, today you'll do however many like steps or whatever. Like you kind of build up to it.
How long do you think you could be like, okay, I'm gonna train for X amount of time before I feel like I can do a marathon?
I don't know.
I don't know that much about marathons. Have you seen that clip of that guy who's like, I think he's talking about like, is the Boston Marathon the same length as the whatever marathon? And they're like, yes, that's common sense. I fear like it's all the same distance.
That guy has gotten a lot of shit because I don't know if you saw that they did interviews
on the red carpet.
Which like, I mean, it doesn't bother me, I guess, because I mean they've even said like we're not journalists, we're influencers, like we just came on here to just be stupid.
That's the other part of try being an influencer for a day ad.
Yeah.
No, of like the criticism is that why are you putting influencers in spaces where journalists should be? But it's a red carpet. What do you mean?
Well, and I don't know. I feel like
I mean, I guess like I don't. If an influencer's there, like interviewing people, like
also if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. They're just trying something out. You know what I mean? Next year they might be like, oh, that was too controversial.
I
We're
think
not
there
gonna
are
do it.
some And I feel like it's the word influencer that just has like such a negative, like, or like more like a, you want to roll your eyes at the word influencer. But there have been some people who are influencers who I've seen on the red carpet who do ask good questions. So like, I think it's just about the specific person and the research that they do and the dynamic that they want to have.
I just think a lot of people are stuck on like a certain kind of decorum, right? Like they're just so used to journalists just asking softball questions versus like an Emma Chamberlain who's like, "Oh my God, you're giving slay" or whatever, and like that shit is cringe, obviously. Especially when white girls are using like,
She's like, slay boots the
yeah,
house
her
down.
and Gigi Hadid were going back and forth. Oh my God, is this slay? And everyone's just like, okay, but like I don't know, like there's a younger generation out there who does like that kind of like interaction, you know what I mean?
Well, because they're it's peer to peer.
Yeah.
Like that's how they talk.
And I mean, that's not the first time we've seen that. I mean, like Joan Rivers used to like go on the red carpet and just be like super unhinged and not professional at all. You
When
know
she
what I
was
mean?
fashion police and she would just drag people. Ooh, who's the one that like lost her job
Oh yeah, the really skinny girl, what's her name?
because of Zendaya?
Yeah, she said that her dread smelled like patchouli.
Yes, which is macroaggression. Juliana
Juliana Huff, no, Juliana something.
Rancic.
Yeah, I think she was.
Yeah, she's super skinny.
Her whole personality was like being Greek or something.
Okay.
Because she used to have a reality TV show on E, her and her husband.
Oh, okay.
Because she was like big in the early mid to 2000s.
For what?
Just being on E.
So she was always like like a TV personality? Okay.
Because they would do like celebrity news, then fashion police, and she got really popular from that. And then she had like a reality TV show, and then she said that thing about Zendaya, and then
So
her
she
career was over.
Has she not worked since then?
I don't think so.
It's just hard for women, man.
So one thing that I did want to talk about too was me being jealous of people who get to sue for personal injury. So there's a lot of clips of so I was telling you about the one of this woman who's just walking down the sidewalk and a huge chain link fence just falls on her. And people in the comments were just like, oh, lucky. Another one I saw was this woman who was going to the bank. And you know how banks still have these like glass walls,
Yeah.
but then there's doors within the walls? The whole wall fell on her as she
Like,
was
did
going to the
she
bank.
bump into it?
No,
and
she
it
just opened the
fell?
door and it just fell on her. And people were like, oh my God, I wish that would happen to me. I mean, Luke and I joke about that all the time that oh, cause sometimes like we'll be walking. I'm like, you need to be careful. You don't want to get hit by the car. He's like, what do you mean? We'll get money. I'm like, yeah, but you with a gimp leg, but you have like money.
Yeah,
Is it worth
you're
it?
like, this could all end real quick right now. My struggle with money. If I just let myself get hit by that. You know who's like, okay, I don't think that they've been like ever been injured, but have been like hit. Like I guess maybe hit it sounds like such a strong word because you like it implies that like it's like a something like that. But Jackie has been hit by like a vehicle that like sort of like taps her, like bumps into her because they're like eager to move, like eager to turn, I think, and she's like crossing the street. I feel like I'm pretty sure she's like mentioned that before.
Matthew did too.
He did.
Yeah, this must have been after you left, but he got hit by a car because I remember one time he came in and his like either legs or arms were all fucked up. And
Matthew, you're a listener. Tell us what happened.
And I think he said the car was expensive.
Did you sue Matthew?
Did you get money?
What if he's like secretly rich because he won a settlement?
Multi-millionaire.
Shows up with the neck brace and like.
Ow,
have you
ow,
seen?
ow,
okay,
ow.
are you watching Euphoria?
No, because we got logged out of Luke's dad's HBO account, so we
Okay.
need to log in.
So, in the third season, I mean, it's only like the third episode is out, and even then, I haven't watched that one. But apparently, it's a doozy. I don't know. But Rosalia's in it,
Oh, really? Okay.
and she's not. so far, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be like a big role, but like it just feels like a quick like cameo-ish
Mm-hmm.
from her. But she plays like a stripper,
Oh,
and
okay.
she's like fighting with like the manager of the of what do you call it, like the strip club, because she's wearing a neck brace that's all bedazzled, and he's like, you have to take it off, that's gonna make dicks soft. Like he's like getting mad at her, he's like, you cannot go out on that. And she's like, but like I'm trying, I can win $20,000. Like she's like in, you get the reference that she's like in the middle of a personal injury lawsuit,
Yeah.
and she's like, y si me mandan un private detective, like to like come and see that, like to come and spy on her, and then like if they see her without a brace, they're gonna be like, oh, you're not injured. So she's like, I want to dance with it, let me dance with it. And then I think there's a clip, and then I saw a clip on TikTok where she is dancing with it, and I was like, that's so funny. She's just like struggling, but like shaking ass, but
Yeah.
like this is stiff.
Well, I didn't realize this, that like if you get like workman's comp or any of that kind of stuff, yeah, they'll follow you with like a private detective to make sure that you
That
are
you're not
injured.
lying. Yeah.
That's crazy. Which, okay, like, right, like maybe you shouldn't be scamming the system, but there's billionaires out here scamming the system. And can I just say that Luke made a good point that billionaires who don't want to pay taxes or say that they can't afford it, that's broke behavior.
Oh,
That to me is like someone who can't afford, like who doesn't pay their child support. That's equivalent to me. Like, oh, I want to pay taxes.
dude, fuck billionaires.
Yeah. Like, how much money do you need?
Like, I can't even like picture the amount of money that like someone like Bezos or fucking Elon Musk has. I can't.
I mean, they literally bought out Venice for their wedding. Like
Who
they like
did?
Bezos whenever he got married to his blow up doll. That's what Luke and I call her. 'Cause she's such a whore.
Why? What about her? What do you know about her?
Well, you haven't seen that clip of her. I don't know if they're like at an Oscars party, but she's like just flirting with Leonardo DiCaprio, like right in front of Jeff Bezos. What's her name? Something Sanchez. What's her name, Ricky?
You know what? Jeff probably likes that.
Well,
What do you call that? That's a cuck, right?
Lauren Sanchez.
Lauren Sanchez. Yeah. We always call her his like load dispenser. I think she's been married before.
One time, now that you say the load dispenser, Ricardo told me that one of his coworkers would casually use the word cum dumpster when referring to women.
Just like random women.
Yeah, right? Like any woman.
I mean, yeah, but it was one time.
Oh.
What is a woman?
He's like, not all men, you guys.
He was
I
just
mean, I'm
joking.
sure he uses it more often.
Well, I feel like if he said it to a coworker, which is already like you're very selective about what you say to coworkers,
Yeah.
then you are absolutely saying it to your friends.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like what like if that's the tame version of you, what are you saying behind closed
Exactly.
doors?
And what was the context of this?
We were at Barton Springs Pool, so we weren't at work. We were hanging out.
Oh.
And there was a lifeguard, and I don't know. I think I was.
Wait, he said that about someone who potentially saves lives?
We were like
But was she hot?
2 feet away from her. Yeah, she was. Very. I don't know, just
She's your type.
athletically built and like objectively beautiful, and she was wearing like a thong, but as a lifeguard, and I was like, wow. And she was like, yeah, she's hot if you like cum dumpsters. I was like, interesting. I was like, I do like cum dumpsters, I guess. Like, yeah.
I like how he equated a beautiful woman with like horror.
Dumpster.
Well, that's the manosphere discussion. It's like you want a cum dumpster, but you don't want to marry a cum dumpster. But I mean, in my head, like, don't slut shame, essentially.
But his assumption is just because she's really beautiful and like works on her body means she's promiscuous.
I think it's because she was wearing a thong at work. I think that is. I'm not trying to defend it, but I'm just saying.
So you're saying that women can't wear thongs to work?
No, I think women should only wear thongs.
And using, first of all, I feel like I generally don't hear that word that often.
then you're not a gay man.
clearly.
Yeah.
And when he told me, I was like, what? Like, what the fuck? And like, yes, this all goes back to the manosphere, which there is a documentary that I think you should watch, because it's like these men that are like, I think I only recognize one of them because I have seen like clips of this guy on TikTok. I'm not even gonna name him. He's just a fucking ugly man.
Yeah. He is.
And but
Like,
if they
literally.
follow like three of these like red pilled guys, the thing that cracked me up though is that like they're the it's Louis Theroux, the documentarian, and he's like regarded as like being a really good storyteller, being a real putting like doing really good documentaries, like just overall his technique. I believe that what was the guy that was like the British guy that was a pedophile?
Oh, Andrew Tate.
No.
Oh yeah, wasn't he like a?
Savile?
Oh, Jimmy Savile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this guy interviewed Jimmy Savile in such a way that like befriended him, and his method is like letting you talk,
Yeah.
which eventually you're gonna dig your own hole. And so like that, like these influencers had no, I'm assuming they had no idea. They were just like, he just wants to know about me, and that's their fucking ego, and that's how self-centered they are.
Yeah.
There's this like in the documentary, it's they're obviously like going out in public, but you see these young guys be like, hey, like, can we get a picture? We love you, whatever. Like you're the coolest. And then like they like regurgitate like shit that these men say, and it's like, this is who you're influencing, these like young men. And then the whole like basis of women's value is like because they are the deciders of sex, right? On what, like, they are the withholders of sex. And like their value is that they are inherently born with beauty. And like that's because clearly that's all a woman has going on for herself. And men are inherently born with no value. So you have to attain value by like your job, your money, your looks, your physique, like whatever, like your intellect. That's their whole ideology. And they're like being interviewed, and then there's these two young guys where when you look at them, you're like, pobrecitos, pinches pendejos, that they're just standing there. Because the guy's like, yeah, women are always gonna find a partner. Women are always gonna get what they want, and you know they're gonna put women like, they get put on yachts all the time. And then he points to the two guys that are idolizing this man. They're like, you think they're gonna put this guy on a yacht? And el huerquillo. And I'm like, why would you let him
Like disrespect
you like that? He's telling you, who says that nobody's gonna put you on a yacht?
Yeah.
Men can be, trophy,
Yeah.
whatever, like partners, trophy husbands, trophy boyfriends, whatever. It was just so like fucked up that he was like, no one's ever gonna like this man unless he proves he has value. And the kid is like, that's true. And it's
Word.
blew my mind, where I was like, you are putting down other men
Yeah.
in this weird rhetoric. And they are talking about like, society doesn't want you to do better. Like we are God, what was it? I don't even remember exactly what they were saying, but like they're saying like all these things that they're naming all of they're talking about all of the problems that are wrong with like culture and society, and like these standards, and that make people base their value on like material things. Like they are so almost close to the point, but then they fuck it up by saying, oh, but it's because of women.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck women. Like it's women's fault that we can't make it in this world. And it's like, no, you almost got it.
Yeah.
We're talking about the people up there. Like, like
Yeah, they don't understand that the
that video, and who set that system up? Like,
yeah, exactly.
it's the patriarchy. But they're so close to getting the point, and then at the end they're like, and it's all women and we hate them. Like,
Well, yeah, like some of the there's a lot of streamers who'll be like, why should women stay in the home? And then they'll have like these guys come on and be like, well, it's because this and that. And they'll complain about it like, well, she gets to stay at home and I have to go out and work. And these
but you
streamers
just upset.
Yeah, but the streamers are pushing, well, why does she need to stay at home? Well, because that's how it is. It's like,
Says who?
yeah, so it's like, so do you want to do that or not? Like, if you want to do it, then you just like, okay, well, this is my role, then I'm going to do it. But you're also complaining about it.
Exactly.
It's
So like, who are you mad at?
yeah.
And you're clearly mad at the wrong person. And it's like all of their problems are women's fault. For what?
Right.
It was just like watching it would like had me crack. And I know that, it's like that is not our audience, because I am not talking to you red pillars. Fuck you guys, first of all. But I did see like somebody's take, and it was a woman's take on TikTok being like, okay, I know that we're like, fuck these red pillars, like fuck this rhetoric, fuck whatever they're saying, but you have to engage with it to some capacity, because otherwise you as a woman are not going to recognize
you need to learn
the gaslighting that they're doing. You're not going to recognize the signs, or like if you don't know what the rhetoric is and like understand it like up from an outside perspective of like how fucked up this is, then you're not going to know when it's like happening to you, or like when somebody's trying to do it to you. So I think there's something there. It's important to be like, okay, we can't just like ignore it. I think we have to pay some attention to it, because they're telling on themselves. They're explaining all the ways and like their methodologies for like making women feel inferior, or trying to quote unquote put them in their place, or be abusive partners, whether that's like emotional, like mental, or like physical. Like I would say, amigas, if you see one or two clips there, I would just pay attention to what they're saying, and then hopefully that helps you recognize if any of that behavior ever comes your way from anybody in your life, because that's fucked up. And I am worried about like my nephews. Like they're young, they're on the internet, like our nephews, like they're young, they're on the internet. The internet is a vast fucking place, and it's hard to know exactly what they're looking at.
Yeah.
So it's scary to know that they could be falling into those traps.
Well, what I've heard a lot too, in terms of combating this kind of toxic masculinity aspect, is like combating it with positive masculinity. So like, I think for a while we were like, it's okay for men to cry. Like, it's okay for men to be emotional. And it's like, some people are arguing, what if we combat that with like a positive form of masculinity, like with certain like masculine celebrities or whatever. So one of them was like Nick Offerman from
Parks and Rec.
He's very masculine. Like he does woodwork. He has those things, but he's just like more, he just doesn't go down that rabbit hole. Like replacing the Andrew Tates of the world with someone who's actually works with their hands, these kind of positive masculine traits is a good way of combating that, because it's clear that a lot of men are attracted to this, whatever masculinity means, right? But just replacing them with like a more positive like representation of that. I think that's why it's important too to like make sure that like for example with your nephews, like make sure that like your brother knows what's going on, that he's also like showing what masculinity should be, or like even like Ricky or whatever, those kinds of things are really important, because I think a lot of parents are really hands off with their kids.
I mean, because in general it's hard, because even it's not like you policing what they see at work. I mean at school. It's at home, you don't know what they're seeing at school, you don't know who they're interacting with at school, and like they spend half their day there, so like they're picky. You just never know where like this could come from. And I would like to say that like men like doing all this shit, like wanting to be top tier, like who are they doing it for? I think they're doing it for other men.
Yeah, because like
not for women.
I was just
thinking that is not the female gaze. Like
the whole Looksmaxxing thing, I'm like, I mean, I know that I for most of my life I've hung out with women, and like attractiveness is important, but it's not like the main thing, like in terms of a partner, like them looking a certain way, whereas I feel like men have like a certain standard, like she has to have big tits and she has to have this, and I don't know if women are like he has to have like an 8-incher and he has to be 6'2", and I know they think that, but it's just like a few women who think that way.
Well, I think in general, anybody gets to be picky about what they like.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Like you have preferences, fine. Like if you say that you prefer like men who are a certain height, or men who tend to style their hair or their wardrobe a certain way, like you are, yes. But I think that for most women, attractiveness is like being attracted to someone is encompassing of several things.
Yeah.
So it's looks, yeah, because it's chemistry. You want to make sure that you like have chemistry with somebody. Like it is that person's like maybe sense of humor or like sense of intellect or like, you know, hobbies, whatever. Like there's several factors that go into it. And like women think more of that because they're choosing, maybe they're thinking of like, they're choosing like who they want to spend time with and like who they want to give their time to and like put in an effort to. And that doesn't translate to like what straight men, what you know, this certain group of red pill straight men want. Because we were just talking earlier, they want to be the ones with body counts, but they don't want the woman that they're with to have a body count. So then who do they want to sleep with? Other men? Just say it. Like, you know, like, who? What does that mean? She cannot have other partners. She must be a virgin. She must be new at everything. But you get to have that body count. So, like, who are you fucking?
Yeah.
And if it's other men, that's fine, you guys.
Yeah.
We just said, you can just say it.
Well, Luke and I were watching an anime a few weeks ago, and one of the characters, she's supposed to be this like magical elf girl or whatever. And there's this guy who was like, I want to marry you. He's supposed to be evil. He kidnaps her or whatever. He's like, I want to marry you. Are you a virgin? She's like, what's that? I don't know what that is. So she's like so innocent. She didn't even know what a virgin was. That's what I feel like these red pillars want.
Yes.
Like they're like, what's sex? I don't know what that is. Which I'm like, at that point, that's
I've never seen a penis.
Yeah, like at that point, I'm like, you're in this dangerous territory going into like little girl. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's the thing.
That's
They want
creepy.
almost like this like little girl disposition and like a porn star body. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I feel like that's exactly what they want. And I don't know. So I think what's gotten how this started was just maybe our generation. Like I guess I would hear girls being like, he has to be 6'2", or he has to be 6 foot. Anything lower than that, I'm not doing that.
I think after years of men doing this to women, women do get the right to say shit like that.
Or okay, so you know catching print. Have you heard that phenomenon?
No.
So it's like noticing somebody's like dick print or their bulge, and you can kind of ascertain whether they're hung or not.
Okay.
So there's this gay guy who like was categorizing print, and like all of the girlies are now like talking about catching print, and it pissed off a lot of men because they've been able to say, oh, she's got big tits or she's got little tits or whatever. And now that like they're categorizing,
now that we've got the
print,
strategy to decipher,
to be like, oh, like you know, that's you're only a whatever incher or whatever, you're not this or that. It pissed off a lot of men because now they feel like objectified.
oh God, and how the turntables how the tables have turned.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I just think at the end of the day, I've talked about this so many times too. Like I remember girls in high school who were really pretty, and they would always date like the popular guys at school, the good looking ones. And now that I see them, like they're with guys that are like average, and they're like really pretty girls. So to me, that just shows that like it really doesn't matter what you look like. And at the end of the day, yeah, I guess pretty girls are gonna like try to look for attractive guys because that's like who's gonna come after them, or they feel like that's what they need as well. But like as women grow older, they're just kind of like, okay, is he gonna be respectful? Are we gonna be good in a partnership? Like, you know,
well, cause And I feel like that's how everybody should be thinking about it. Like when men are choosing to date, which women they want to date. Like they they should also think about that. Like, hey, is this somebody that I want to be with? Is this somebody that I want to invest my time in? And not just like titties, ass, whatever. Like it cannot like that's
Or
what
like I don't date fat chicks or like.
But it's like they should be thinking like, oh, like if I'm ready to have a family, like could this be the person that have you heard of the taxi cab theory?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I learned about this one on quick. Hello? Hello? We've got a long time listener, first time caller on the line.
I'm on my way. I have to pick gas at some point, but I'll probably stop like outside of San Antonio. I have to drop off Dot to the sitter, which is Delia. But yeah, other than that, you don't need anything before I get there.
No, we're good.
Just your sweet
Other than
ass.
my present.
Just your presence.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If you guys haven't eaten, you should probably eat because we're gonna take a while. Eli has personal training because he's gonna go to the NFL and he's gonna what's it called? He's gonna fund the Barrio Bitches.
Ooh, you heard it here, live on air.
But yeah, okay, then I'll be there in like an hour and some change.
Está bueno.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. San Antonio,
where we roam, where we roam. Dude, there was like a couple of days where I was like San Antonio. She just got out of jail.
Really?
She was in jail.
Whenever we have Alma on the pod, which sneak peek, she'll be on the next episode, but that's why
Got a
she's calling.
guest coming.
Yeah, when we have her on the pod, we should sing that to her.
Yes. What was I saying? Oh, have you heard of the taxi cab theory?
No.
The taxi cab theory is, like when you are seeing, fuck, I might butcher this. Can you look up the taxi cab theory?
Yep.
It is like, essentially, it is like men.
Popularized by Sex and the City, suggests that men commit to marriage based on timing rather than relationship or compatibility. It posits that when a man is ready to settle down, his light turns on and he will marry the next available person he's dating, regardless of who it is. Is that what you mean?
Yes, yeah. So
Well,
it's like,
that happened to Carrie, right? Because she had been with Big for forever long.
dude,
and
I
then,
love seeing the Sex and the City discourse because everyone's like, Big hated this woman and she was there the whole time.
because they dated and then they broke up and then he immediately got married afterwards, didn't he?
Yes, like
Yeah.
that's when he moves to Paris. And when she was like she was like, I'll move to Paris with you. And he's like, well, don't move because of me.
Yeah.
Oh, like there's just like I've seen like the clips where they just cut all the times Carrie embarrasses herself of like putting herself out there and like Big not reciprocating.
Is he called Big because he has a big dick?
I don't know. He was called Big. Big is like what she referred to him in her columns. I don't think we ever learned his name.
Interesting. I saw an article where they interviewed the woman who Carrie is based off of.
Really?
Yeah, she's like a real person.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's some white girl.
It's Candice something? No, isn't she the writer?
I think so.
'Cause it is a book, right?
Yeah. But she used to write a sex column. Yeah.
But like I have heard of that where it's like men are gonna settle when they feel like they're ready to settle, which means they're gonna marry the the person who's there.
Right.
So that's interesting because like I don't know where that like mentality comes from. I guess like of not doing the effort of like why I'm gonna settle.
I just think men have it in their mind already when they meet you if you're like quote unquote wifey material. I don't know. I guess he just looked at Carrie and was like, this girl's not, because I don't know, in the show, the girl that he married, was she more kind of like quote unquote wifey material, whereas like Carrie was like more,
she was more like posh and like career driven, I guess, type of woman.
it's like in Legally Blonde, like he breaks up with her and then he is kind of looking for this kind of buttoned up, like prudish girl.
She's the one that fits in the family photo.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was it. And like, there's like this in. I did watch Sex and the City as like an adult, like a year ago, and I was like, oh, this is, first of all, it doesn't age very well.
Yeah.
But there's this like scene where like he had already left to Paris, like she had already like sort of like, she was like, well, he's not in my life anymore, and they're at a party in like the Hamptons or something, and they're at the beach, and she's wearing this like really, I mean, obviously her outfits were always like on point, but like she's wearing like this like really tiny bandeau with like a long maxi and like a hat, and like she bumps into them, and they're both wearing like like he's wearing like a white button down, like very beachy, like folded up, but
Yeah.
Natasha's her name. Natasha's wearing like just like a cute like summery outfit, and she bumps into them, and you just see the contrast of like who Carrie is and who Natasha is, and she's like, "You're back," and he's like, "Oh, like Carrie, like how are you? This is, you know, my fiance." I don't even know if they're married at the time already, but like that scene like sticks out to me in being like, that is not who Big saw as a wife.
Yeah.
Big saw this woman over here who was like
Conservative. I guess. Yeah.
like visually
Yeah.
like wifey material.
I mean,
But he still cheats on her with Carrie.
that's a good point. I think that maybe that's what trips up men is like, they know men are pigs, so they don't want to be with somebody who visually is, maybe shows off more of their body, is eccentric, kind of puts a lot of attention on themselves because they know other men are going to like look at that or want that or criticize that. So that's why they go for like the dowdy girl who's practically deformed, like in Legally Blonde.
But then why do they talk about big titties and big ass?
Patriarchy.
Who's me defending men? Who's talking about big titties and big asses?
Men.
Okay.
Wait, so when you're with your bros, you don't talk about...
No, I've told you this a million times. No, of course not. If anything like this comes up, one of us will shut it down immediately.
I think that's the outlier, clearly, because there's men out here having these conversations about women's bodies.
Yeah, I don't know them.
I mean, we were in a setting.
Well, the cumdumps guy I know.
That's it.
That was like 10 years ago.
What is he up to now?
I think
He
that his
has
experience...
a girlfriend with big titties and a big ass.
I think...
Good for him.
I mean, I get where he's coming from. It's not... What is it? It's not all men, but it's...
All men.
What? It's not always men, but it's always a man.
But it is always a man.
So, like, that may be his experience, right? Just, I mean, you are a more evolved...
My husband is woke. You
are...
guys.
That's what you guys want, right? To win. But, like, he's more evolved. But I've been in settings where I've heard these conversations before.
Well, I mean, anybody can criticize anybody.
Yeah. But
Like me criticizing you, red pillars.
But I think by you saying, well, who's saying this? Clearly people on TikTok.
People are saying, yeah, no, like it's not a thing of like, there's no basis to what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's a reason why the porn stars have tits that are up to here and, you know, they look a certain way.
You know, I meant to look up the porn you were talking about last time.
See him fuck. Yeah. Which, okay, I was thinking about it, like, because when we're in this seat, I say the craziest shit. And I was like, should we cut that? And I'm like, no, fuck it. Like, we're having a conversation. I guess because part of me is like, what if my parents hear this? And I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Okay, let me... my mom found me. Yeah. So my brother called me the other day and he was like, hey, mom came into the room, like his room. She was like, mom came into my room and I could hear your voice on the phone, but I thought that she was just on the phone with you. And she's like, mira, es linda. She's like, está en un video. And then Tony was like, I guess she didn't really understand, because he had told her when we first started doing the pod that like we did a video or something like that. And I think like my mom is in her 70s, like scrolls Facebook reels, has no like I would say like as in like an immigrant, like she just doesn't have like the concept of like the vast internet and like what
And a woman of a certain age.
and a
as
woman
well.
of a certain age and
Yeah.
like what podcasts mean. Like my brother said video and my mom was like, okay, like that didn't register to her as like you put something out there and then it's out there.
Yeah.
So then when he was like, I mean, I guess maybe she didn't really understand what when I told her a long time ago. Plus, like, it's not like my brother watches me. Oi, Lola. It's not like my brother watches me in front of my mom or anything.
Yeah.
Or honestly, I don't even know if he like watches. It's fine. And he was like, oh, I heard your voice. So I thought mom was on the phone with you. And then she's like, mira, es linda, es un video. And then first of all, she was on TikTok and he's like, mom, how do you, ¿cómo tiene TikTok? Like, ¿de dónde
Yeah.
agarraste? She's like, no sé, nomás le piqué y me salió. And I was like, okay, so nobody knows how mom downloaded TikTok.
Interesting.
Or that she has a TikTok account.
Yeah.
And then he said that he was like, pues, then I clicked to the profile and I was like, mira todos los videos de Linda. She's like, and like her so amazed. And
Yeah.
she's like, pero están en inglés. Oh, and then my brother was like, sí, pero de repente hablan español, pero sí es en inglés. And she's like, ay, eso es lo que hace. And he was like, no, eso es lo que hace cuando no está trabajando. So like, mom, to be clear, mom, I still have a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
But she was just like, this is what she does. And Tony was like, in her free time, this is what she does. And it just like blew her mind. And so I was like, dile que me dé likes. So my mom is on TikTok.
Yeah. Well, I actually noticed that some of my dad's sisters viewed our profile. So, I mean, that's how the algorithm works. Like it probably has our contacts too.
Probably. Oh,
So
yeah,
it shares. So everyone in our lives probably knows we have a podcast, whether or not they're engaging with our profile or not, whatever. But I think at this point we've done it long enough where like most of the people that we've known in the past have probably seen a clip or two.
yeah.
Or it's come up as a suggestion.
Yeah. And, now that you're saying like maybe like phone contacts like pops up, right? Because it may. Oh, fuck.
Word of the day, we haven't done it in a while.
Word of the day.
I think I have one that I've
Okay.
heard a lot. Chido.
Chido.
Yeah.
Que
like
chido.
that's chido. Yeah, like that's cool. That's
I heard like chido and like cheve, like interchangeably, I think. Está bien chido. Chido means cool, right?
yeah.
Awesome. So está bien chido.
Another one I've heard too to talk about someone who's kind of like okay or they're cute, attractive is chistoso. Somebody being
Ooh,
chistoso.
I heard chistoso of like funny, like literally funny.
I've heard it like that too, but I've also heard it in the context of like he's all right, like he's
or
cute.
like in a more sarcastic way when like if Ricardo's like being like a smart ass, I was like, te crees chistoso, like you're trying to be funny or
Yeah.
what, like
Yeah.
in that context.
Chido, I like chido. That's cool.
Chistoso, all you red pillars, pinches chistosos,
Which okay, that's
pinches payasos.
that's another thing that pisses me off. So like I don't know if you've deep dived into the red pilling Looksmaxxing thing.
Oh,
which,
I'm solidly in the manosphere, you guys.
Which okay, like I've said on this pod, I'm like very insecure, and so like I'm glad this didn't happen when I was younger because it's to the extent where like they categorize like your orbital bone, what it should look like the angle of your eyes, the angles of your cheekbone, your jawline, like it's all categorized like hunter eyes and like this kind of shit. So, and I've talked to a therapist about it too, and it's like all of that is rooted in like Eurocentric beauty standards.
Yes.
So how do you, as a 5'6" Latino man, are supposed to morph your face into like this aesthetic that is based in an ethnicity that you do not have?
Well, there was a guy who like people who changed the color of their eyes,
Ugh,
right?
yeah,
Would you do that if you
No.
could?
I like my eye color.
You do have pretty eyes.
Thank you.
Um,
If Luke and I had kids, I think we'd have really cute kids. Yeah,
I'm sorry. Are you trying?
looks like we're always trying.
Amiga, send us chisme because I thrive on gossip and I need a fix. So email us at barriobpod@gmail.com with your chisme. or DM us on Instagram at Barrio Bitches or TikTok at Barrio Bitches. And YouTube? Can people DM on YouTube?
No.
Leave a comment.
You can leave a comment. Send a carrier pigeon.
Send smoke signals.
signals.
Send us a letter.
What is it? When they need Batman, they do
A bat
a bat signal. Whatever it is.
What would be our las pinches arracadas? The earrings, the gold earrings. That's our bat
Or like
signal.
a tongue that's like. Nah. Yeah.
Stay tuned. Next week we will have our very first guest, our amiga, our comadre, Alma de Dios.
Yeah. I guess we'll call the segment what, like Barrio Bitch Comadres, or like what do you want to call it?
Ooh, I don't know.
The Amiga segment.
Amigas, amiguis,
The Amigi segment.
amiguis,
We'll come up with a
comadres.
title. Yeah. But thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, do all the things. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.